So I'm here tonight to inform you about a new emerging technology, specifically Google's new driverless technology, driverless car technology. So what if I told you that you could get in your car tonight and drive home without having to move a single muscle? Would you believe me? So with Google's new invention, is becoming a very near possible invention in the next couple of years even. So when I was 16, I spent about 2 years shopping for cars that met my parents' standards of safety and miles per gallon, also with my own enjoyment to drive as well. So over those couple of years, I gained quite a bit of knowledge of what makes a car safe and what makes it enjoyable to drive. But tonight, I'll be talking about what makes Google's driverless technology, like the benefits of it, the cons of it, and the feasibility of it becoming a mass-produced technology for the general public. So the technology has been tested thoroughly over the past couple of years, and the producers of it have a lot to be happy about. So as I quote, driven in San Francisco on Highway 1 on Lombard Street, which is very curvy and very narrow. It has been driven at night and in day. The car has accumulated more than 140,000 miles without any accidents or incidents or anyone noticing that was being driven by a computer. And that was a quote from Sebastian Thrun, head researcher and Google VP at a TED Talk in 2011. So since then, the car has accumulated more than 300,000 miles and without any accidents or incidents. And the average person gets in a collision every 160,000 miles. And reported by Chris Taylor of Mashable.com. And the best thing personally I think about the technology is that it's not just a car, but it's an actual software almost, so you can install it into a car. And if you were to purchase a new car in the future, you can deinstall it and then reinstall it into your new car. And you can turn it off when you want to be driverless, or you could turn it off when you want to drive manually. So I was thinking to myself, it almost seems too good to be true that this invention hasn't come sooner. But there are a lot of cons to this technology so far. For one, it's the cost of it. The cost is astronomically high. It's about 2 to 3 times more than a normal car. Just purchasing it costs a lot. Maintaining it, maintaining the sensors of it, which to ensure safety and it will drive correctly, and keeping the GPS up to date. So because there are new roads being built every single day, so you're going to have to constantly keep the GPS up to date, and that could be quite costly. And with the new technology, it would eliminate a lot of jobs, such as driver's ed, taxis, or even chauffeurs, because who would want to pay for a chauffeur if your car just drives itself? And thirdly, as reported by Ibrahim Bakri, the sensors aren't adapted to work very well in stormy weathers and snowy streets, so it's not very safe for the whole year, and it's not very safe to drive in Maryland. But also another cause of concern is the legalities of the technology itself. So if you say you were in a collision, who would be at fault for the collision itself? Or if a police officer were to pull you over, who would be at fault for the ticket, you or the car? So it's still a lot of questions to be answered, but it's emerging. But why would we even care if this technology is coming up, if it's not going to happen in our lifetimes? So I would say that it is very, very feasible that it will be coming out within the next 10, 20 years, because cars like the Lexus, they park itself. There are a lot of cars now that brake for us when objects get too close or we aren't paying attention. So what's stopping a car from accelerating for us now? But it is feasible, but I would say not for the general public. It would definitely be a technology for the 1%, the very wealthy. It would be the high prices, and the maintenance would not be able for just the average consumer. So it would definitely need about a couple more years for it to reach the general public. Alright, so tonight I hope I informed you a little bit more about this new technology, and if you're ever faced with the opportunity to buy a driverless car or a manual car, I hope you can make an informed decision.